Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys?
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you know what we're doing today?
Well, it is, we don't do Q&As anymore.
We don't.
So we're skipping right on through. We're taking a Saturday off.
That was Saturday.
And so today's Sunday, which means we're doing...
Sacrilegious Book Club.
Yeah, that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So why don't you go ahead and let us know what we're book clubbing today.
Okay. Well, we are still in, it seems forever, a treasury of Jewish folklore, stories, traditions, legends, humor, wisdom, and folk songs of the Jewish people.
Okay.
Edited by Nathan Ozubel. And today we are going to, let me back up a second. Part 1 of that book was Jewish Salt.
Yeah.
And then part 2 is where we're currently at in Heroes. We talked about wise men. We talked about holy men. We are currently in section 3, which is miracles. And under that category, we talked about Kabbalist mystics and wonder workers. We talked about Messiah stories. And now, starting on page 218, we're getting into some skeptics and scoffers.
That's a me.
That's a me.
All right, let's go do this.
Okie dokie. Okay, as I said, Skeptics and Scoffers starts on page 218, and it has a short little intro. I'm just going to read a couple sentences from it because that pretty much sums it up.
Okay.
The odd belief in the supernatural powers of the Kabbalists and in the wonder-working feats of the Hasidic Tzaddikim was far from being unanimous among the Jewish masses. So up until this point, we've just been talking about, their, God is the best and everything magical is great and, all of that stuff.
Sure.
But they found a way to get around this, and some Talmudic rationalists arose, and they use the devastating weaponry of ridicule.
Okay.
So some of these...
Wait, that sounds familiar. Like somebody else that we know is doing that.
It's almost like...
They might even have a podcast.
Is it us?
Oh, yeah.
It's us.
That's us.
Yeah. And I underlined this sentence because it just was funny to me.
Yeah.
They were a gay set of rogues. We're a gay set of rogues who
We
created...
should refer to ourselves that way. We're just a gay set of rogues.
We are. We're a gay set of rogues who created an entire humorous literature with their sly, tongue-in-cheek scoffing against the wonder-working rabbis, and most of all against their gullible, worshipful disciples.
Huh.
Right?
Jesus. This sounds very, very fucking familiar.
Right?
Yeah.
Loving it.
Yeah.
Okay, these are all like super short little ditties.
You know,
okay?
but I got a comment here. So, like, you know how they say history repeats itself, right?
Uh-huh.
It's almost a little disheartening.
Yes.
To know that this has been done before, like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Not just like...
A little bit, kind of.
Right.
I will say we do it better.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
I just want you to know.
We're so good at this.
I'm going to read some of these to you and you're going to be like, huh.
You could have done that better. Jeez.
Yeah. So, like I said, these are short little ditties.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
The first one starts right under that intro. So we're still on page 218.
Yeah.
This one's called Conclusive Proof.
Conclusive proof. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And this will give you a taste for how the rest go.
Okay. Yeah.
A wonder-working rabbi, accompanied by his disciples, once went on a journey. Late at night, he came to a wayside inn. He knocked on the door and asked to be let in, but the innkeeper refused to get out of bed as it was a very cold night.
Don't blame him.
Full of holy wrath, the rabbi cried, "Wicked fellow, I hereby decree that your inn shall burn down tomorrow."
Oh, man.
Damn. Frightened out of his wits, the innkeeper got out of bed and let the rabbi and his disciples in. I mean, okay, you say you don't blame him, but this guy runs an inn.
Yeah, but
it's literally his job and livelihood to let people in.
Sure, but if you're running it, like, okay, this is back a long time ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're running it in, you would have times of operation. You have to be in by certain times.
I don't think so.
So that you yourself can sleep and get up and cook food for the people that are staying there.
I don't think that's the way it went. I think that they were dependent on as many people coming in as possible. And so I think this guy was just lazy.
Whatever.
Whatever.
He has the right to be lazy. It's his establishment.
He does. But if a rabbi comes along, you let that guy in.
Unless you're lazy and you don't want to.
Okay.
Then you say fuck off.
Well, he clearly is afraid of what God might bring down on him via this rabbi.
Right.
He could have just skipped it and been like, oh, a rabbi? Yeah, I guess I better get my lazy ass out of bed and let this guy in. Right?
I guess.
Does the rabbi have to, like, threaten you?
But why is a rabbi threatening you? That's bullshit.
Because even before he opens his mouth, you know that this guy has a relationship with God.
Yeah, but you're not getting your way, so you invoke God and the wrath of God over something because you're not getting your way?
Clearly, this guy believes that is a possibility because as soon as the guy threatens him, he's like, oh, shit, and lets him in.
Okay. I feel like this is like the Karen screaming at the manager, you know?
Well, I'm just
getting their way because they're just too loud.
I think that a rabbi gets to tell the innkeeper, let me get some sleep here, my good sir. It's not like I ain't going to pay you.
Okay.
He treated them with the utmost hospitality and set a feast before them. Mollified by the innkeeper's eagerness to please, the rabbi cried, I now decree that your house shall not burn down tomorrow. And miracles and wonders. It happened exactly as the rabbi said. The rabbi's disciples themselves witnessed this miracle. They saw with their own eyes that the inn did not burn down the next day.
Wow.
Yeah. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that is pretty funny.
That sets the tone for all of these.
That's kind of how I feel about, that shit in general.
Yeah. So we're going to skip a couple pages over to page 221.
Okay.
We're skipping that one. Sorry. A believer's truth.
Okay. Yep.
A disciple of a wonder-working rabbi once was boasting of the supernatural feats of his master. Every night, he stated, my rabbi transforms himself into the prophet Elijah.
Wow.
How do you know that? Asked a skeptic. Why, the rabbi himself told it to me. The rabbi could have told you a lie. How dare you say such a thing about my rabbi, raged the disciple. Okay, brace yourself. Ready?
I'm ready.
Do you think for one moment that a man who can transform himself into the prophet Elijah every night has the need to tell a lie? Oh, these are so silly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the next one is called Miracles.
Uh-huh. 2
disciples were bragging about the relative merits of their wonder-working rabbis. One said, "Once my rabbi was traveling on the road when suddenly the sky became overcast. It began to thunder and to lighten, and a heavy rain fell, a real deluge. What does my rabbi do? He lifts up his eyes to heaven, spreads out his hands in prayer, and immediately a miracle happens. To the right, darkness and a downpour. To the left, darkness and a downpour. But in the middle, a clear sky and the sun shining." "Call that a miracle," sneered the other disciple. "Well, let me tell you what happened to my rabbi. Once he was riding in a wagon to a nearby village. It was on a Friday. He remained longer there than he had intended, and on his way back he found that night was falling. What was to be done? He couldn't very well spend the Sabbath in the middle of the field, could he? So he lifted his eyes to heaven, spread out his hands to right and left, and immediately a miracle took place. To the right of him stretched the Sabbath. To the left of him stretched the Sabbath. But in the middle was Friday." Isn't that silly?
Yes, that is silly.
Okay, next page 222, the far-seeing rabbi.
Okay.
The rabbi of Odessa was deep in prayer one day when, interrupting himself with a wail, he announced that the rabbi of Warsaw had just died. Accordingly, the entire Odessa congregation went into mourning in his honor. A few days later, some Jews from Warsaw arrived in Odessa. Asked for details of the sad event, they declared their rabbi was in the best of health. "What a spectacle your rabbi made of himself," one of them said. "Seeing our rabbi die in Warsaw when, as a matter of fact, our rabbi was and still is living. Poof!" "What of it?" answered the undaunted disciple of Odessa. "Isn't it marvelous enough that our rabbi can see all the way from Odessa to Warsaw?" These are so silly. Page 223, the golden test. I think you'll really like this one.
Okay.
And I'm probably saying this wrong. Golden is Gulden. It's a gold coin.
I'd say golden.
Golden, okay. Well, it's a coin.
Yeah.
Just for, you need to understand what it is for the purposes of this story.
Okay.
An atheist once came to see a wonder-working rabbi. "Shalom Aleichem, Rabbi," said the atheist. "Aleichem Shalom," answered the rabbi. The atheist took a golden and handed it to him. The rabbi pocketed it without a word. "No doubt you've come to see me about something," he said. "Maybe your wife is childless, and you want me to pray for her?" "No, Rabbi, I'm not married," replied the atheist. Thereupon he gave the rabbi another golden. Again, the rabbi pocketed the golden without a word. "But there must be something you wish to ask me," he said. "Possibly you've committed a sin and you'd like me to intercede with God for you?" "No, Rabbi, I don't know of any sin I've committed," replied the atheist. And again, he gave the rabbi a golden, and again the rabbi pocketed it without a word. "Maybe business is bad and you want me to bless you?" asked the rabbi hopefully. "No, Rabbi, this has been a prosperous year for me," replied the atheist. Once more, the atheist gave him a golden. "What do you want of me anyway?" asked the rabbi, a little perplexed. "Nothing, just nothing," replied the atheist. "I merely wish to see how long a man could go on taking money for nothing." I knew you'd appreciate that one.
Oh, that's wonderful. I love it.
Yes. All right, this is the last one.
Okay, yeah.
We're on page 223
I'm really
here.
enjoying this chapter. This
Me
is
too.
great.
A fool asks too many questions. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
On the fast day of Tisha B'Av, a sick Jew went to see the rabbi in order to get his permission to eat, for he was afraid his death would suffer if he didn't. But as he entered the rabbi's house, he was struck dumb with amazement when he saw the rabbi enjoying a hearty lunch. "Rabbi," he faltered, not at all sure of himself, "I'm a sick man. Do I have to fast today?" "What a question," replied the rabbi, his mouth full of roast duck. "Of course you do." For a moment, the petitioner stood in bewilderment, not knowing whether he was coming or going. Finally, he scraped up sufficient courage to ask, "Pardon my impertinence, Rabbi, but how can you order me to fast when you yourself are eating?" "I wasn't fool enough to ask the rabbi," replied the rabbi with a grin and went on with his lunch. the earliest version of act now and apologize later.
Right,
Don't ask
right.
questions that you don't want the answer
those
to.
Those were absolutely wonderful.
Weren't they?
I don't even know what to say except that I thoroughly enjoyed those stories.
Yep.
Those are great.
Yep.
Okay.
That was my favorite section thus far.
Yeah, I think I might have to make audio clip some of those because those
Yeah.
are amazing.
They are pretty fun.
Yeah. All right. That's been my favorite book club episode so far.
We
So,
laughed at every one.
I really did. That was so great. All right. I don't even know what to add except for, yeah.
That was
That
good.
was good.
That was good.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us today. That was our Sacrilegious Book Club for this
Sacrilegious
Sunday.
Book Club. You got to sing it with vigor.
That's your job.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All right. And then we will be back tomorrow with some more Psalm things.
We will be back tomorrow with some more Psalm things.
And
I want to say it's like 45, 46, and 47.
it might be.
And it sounds about right.
It's somewhere in that range.
I thought we hit 44.
Did we hit 44?
I thought we hit 44.
I thought we might have even been further along than that, but I honestly don't know, so I'm checking right now.
Mm-hmm,
and it looks like you
I
were
was
right.
right.
45, 46, and 47, assuming there's no continuations or
Right.
other things
Right.
doing their thing.
Yeah, I haven't looked
So.
yet, so.
All right. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks!
Okay, bye.
Hey wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks!
Okay, bye.